I worry about how many kids go to school each day afraid. And it just pains me because it's like, it feels like there's more that can be done.
This morning, a special report on active shooter drills in schools and the emotional toll. How students are stepping up to make a difference.
And developing news in the race for the White House. New announcements on both sides of the aisle this morning.
And we do have some cooler, windy weather in our forecast today, and some of that cool weather could lead to some snow showers this weekend.
Not exactly what you want to hear on a Friday, but we're here to give it to you anyway.
Yeah. Well, at least you know.
That's true.
Right.
Good morning, everybody.
Prepare accordingly. So we're knocking on the door to the weekend. Everybody's making their plans. Weather looks kind of gloomy, though.
Yeah, you know, yesterday actually turned out pretty decent for most of the day. We did have some storms, but now that front has passed on to our east, and that's going to bring us some cooler winds as we go into the afternoon. It's not too windy yet, but as that sun comes up, we'll continue to see those winds increase. We're sitting at 41, 39 in the Dells and Lone Rock, 35 in Camp Douglas, some of that cooler air lurking just to our north. So we've got the winds today. They'll be coming in out of the west, 15 to 25. That's going to be blowing things around, but at least we will see some sun today. For the weekend, quite a bit of cloud cover around, 40s this weekend, and as mentioned, we do have some rain and snow showers mixed in. It looks like Saturday, it's not going to amount to much, but just kind of shows you how chilly it's going to be. We will get back in the 50s next week, but that's still running below our average, which should be in the low to mid 60s. Winds will be picking up out of the west-southwest at 15 to 25 throughout the afternoon hours, so that'll be blowing things around. Some sunshine this morning with more cloud cover rolling in as we go into the afternoon. Temperatures early this afternoon, the low 50s, headed into the mid 50s later today as some of those clouds start to stream in from the north and west. You can see some showers already up in west central parts of the state. So traveling this morning, just need the sunglasses with clear skies and lots of sunshine for the morning hours. Winds will be picking up, a mostly cloudy evening. We'll talk more about the weekend forecast and next week coming up.
All right, Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. Let's take a live look now at the White House this morning, where President Joe Biden is reportedly preparing to announce his bid for re-election. A video announcement about the president's run could come as soon as Tuesday. That's the 4-year anniversary of his 2020 announcement. Currently, he's seeing some of the lowest approval ratings of his presidency, right around 39% this month. Voters show some concern for his age. At 80, he's the oldest serving president in history. And a new candidate on the Republican side this morning, Larry Elder, announcing his bid overnight. He's a conservative talk show host who you might remember lost in California's recall election against Governor Gavin Newsom. Former President Donald Trump, Nikki Haley, and Asa Hutchinson are among the biggest names already announced on the GOP side. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is also expected to run.
Meanwhile, the White House is hitting hurdles with Congress on the looming debt ceiling. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says that he'll get a Republican plan through the House next week. It's not expected to pass the Democratic-led Senate, though. The Congressional Budget Office says if the debt ceiling isn't raised, the federal government may default on the nation's debt as early as July.
New numbers in this morning on Wisconsin's unemployment rate. Records show March saw a record low 2.5%. That's according to the state's Department of Workforce Development. The total number of Wisconsinites who were unemployed in March, right around 76,600. That's another record low. By comparison, the national unemployment clocking in at 3.5% for March.
Police are preparing for thousands of students that'll descend on downtown Madison next weekend for the annual Mifflin Street Block Party. With just a week until the big event, Madison police plan to significantly increase staff for monitoring the area. They've worked to build a relationship with neighbors in the area to review homes for damage, talk best practices for staying safe, and remind people of both the law and UW-Madison policy when it comes to throwing large parties with minors.
We know that issues are going to come up, from assaults to safety issues around porches, to overcrowding, to property damage, to weapons violations. We know that's going to happen, and we do our absolute best to keep the event safe.
Police say they'll be patrolling both in person and via drone. Trial dates now set for a Madison man charged in 2 separate sexual assaults near the UW campus last year. Safwan Takar faces 4 felony charges this morning after allegedly breaking into a campus apartment through a window and sexually assaulting a sleeping woman inside. He's also charged with sexually assaulting a woman in an alley on Langdon Street. Takars pleaded not guilty in both cases. The trial itself is scheduled to start in October.
New information now. Dane County's long-debated jail consolidation project is finally getting the go-ahead. The county board approved an extra $13.5 million in funding for a new jail. This comes after months of delays due to rising construction costs and pushes for criminal justice reform. The current jail has been criticized for being outdated with inhumane conditions. To help the $179 million project along, Sheriff Calvin Barrett recently pledged to work on reducing racial disparities in jail and supporting alternatives to incarceration.
This morning, we have a special project in collaboration with Madison Magazine. Their cover story this month is on active shooter drills and the toll they extract from students. It's opening readers' eyes to the trauma that even a drill can induce. The article's title, "This is Just a Drill." Is this just a drill? In it, the students open up about their anxiety, fear, and panic they experience in the wake of school shootings. But as they reveal their vulnerability, they're also taking action.
My name is Brooke Banley. I'm a graduate of Sun Prairie High School and currently attend UW Eau Claire. I was a sophomore in high school. It was a typical day when suddenly evacuate immediately. My first thought was that this was real, this was happening. For Brooke and her classmates, there was no thought but to flee. Fight or flight kicked in for me. Everyone's getting up and running, and I'm getting up and running. You're not really thinking, it's just instinct.
I just want them to listen to the students. My name is Jeff Aloysia. I'm a contributing writer at Madison Magazine. This story is about active shooter drills in K-12 schools. At what cost are we doing the drills to students? Is this a reasonable reaction to what is essentially an insane situation?
Why do you call it insane?
These shootings keep happening, and we don't seem to be doing anything about it.
I'm Eileen Carney. I'm a senior at Madison East High School, and I'm an organizer with March for Our Lives. I absolutely think there is a cost. I think that lockdown drills have created so much trauma for students. I'm always thinking to myself, am I next? Is it me this time? It's almost as if people are telling us that this is inevitable and that they expect us to face violence sometime in our lives so that we have to prepare for it.
There's a picture for the story.
Eileen is holding a magic 8-ball that she found in her actual classroom. And she's holding it because students, in some schools at least, have been taught in the event of an active shooter situation to grab whatever they can in the classroom.
Is that true? Like they ask you to grab something, an object, to defend yourselves?
Yeah, absolutely. That is a statement that we have been hearing since we were young.
We're asking students to save their own lives. When we're asking someone who's holding an 8-ball to go up against someone who has an AR-15, who has a weapon of war.
I have mixed feelings about the picture because it was a hard one to take, but it's also so powerful because it shows our readers exactly what this experience is, especially for readers who might not have as much experience in lockdown drills.
It's sad to read an experience that caused me so much trauma, but also know there's so many people who have experienced so much worse. I worry about how many kids go to school each day afraid. And it just pains me because it's like, it feels like there's more that can be done.
I think that the solution falls a lot on politicians. I got involved in March for Our Lives after the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. In 2020, I founded a chapter at my high school of March for Our Lives. Seeing all of the people that we have lost to gun violence and that there are clear steps to prevent that from happening, but yet we haven't taken a lot of them.
I met with a group of students who are the student safety ambassadors. They basically created a program to allow the students to have some agency in the process of creating school safety initiatives.
What made you want to get involved with this initiative at Sun Prairie?
At the root of it, I felt a lot of anger.
It just seems like we're asking them to fix it, and they shouldn't be the ones who have to lead on this.
I was bringing up in our homeroom classes, these are the questions I have. These are the things I don't feel are answered, or this is what I wish was being done.
They really want a better country. They want a better school life. They want a better future for themselves and also for the kids who come after them.
Consider what it feels like to be a student or to be an educator in a school in today's society, in today's world, what that feels like. The purpose of school is to learn and to teach. And we should be doing whatever it takes to make sure that can happen without students and teachers being afraid for their lives.
I think a lot of this is new for a generation out there who grew up with tornado drills, fire drills. I mean, that's what active shooter drills are for these students. And it's hard for them to talk about, but they're to a point now where they're so passionate about it and they're frustrated that more is not being done. And they feel that they have to step in and do something about it. So I think that speaks volumes to this generation for taking it upon themselves to take action.
It also speaks volumes, though, to what we're relying on them to handle.
Yeah.
The comment in there of we're expecting them to fix it instead of us. You practice. The onus is on you to make sure this doesn't happen to you. Is that fair?
Yeah, the reality is that as hard as these students try to minimize the trauma, and that's really what they're doing here, they're minimizing the trauma, they can't get rid of it all because that would mean that the school shootings stop, right? It's not that the drills are traumatizing, it's the reason they have to do the drills.
Right.
It was very inspiring to hear the students talk and to open up about that. That is not something easy for them to talk about. So we appreciate them contributing to this piece, and for Jeff Aloysia, the contributing writer for Magazine, who did the heavy lifting on this, again, in partnership with Madison Magazine.
Very powerful piece. You put it together very well.
I appreciate that.
Nice job. 6:10 coming up. Badger football getting ready for their open practice tomorrow. What Coach Fickle is expecting from his players.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Josh Breider. It is almost the weekend in the 608, and I'm working for you to help you plan out Earth Day with local events for the whole family. What News for Now this morning continues.
Ashley is hosting a massive furniture and mattress blowout. Get guaranteed best offers on top mattress brands like Sealy, Beautyrest, Tempur-Pedic, and Purple. Plus free delivery in 3 days or less. Only at Wisconsin's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Community is helping each other, making sure your neighbor is taken care of. At Lake Ridge Bank, community is who we are. We take pride in being a community bank, strengthening relationships and investing in the places we come from. It's why we are who we are. Lake Ridge Bank. Go far, go together.
So how green is your thumb? Here at the Bruce Company, it doesn't matter if you're a seasoned gardener or a newbie. When you come to the Bruce Company, you'll get expert advice from their knowledgeable team. You'll find beautiful plants, pots, and garden art, plus creative ideas and solutions. The Bruce Company has all the tools you'll need to bring your dream garden to life. So dream big and get growing with help from the Bruce Company. The Bruce Company, your outdoor living experts.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Life's better under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Ashley is hosting a massive inventory blowout sale. Get guaranteed lowest prices on furniture and mattresses and save even more on clearance items. Plus, low monthly payments with no money down and free delivery in 3 days or less. Only at Ashley.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back, everybody. It's another busy weekend in the 608 with a lot of happenings across southern Wisconsin.
Josh Breider is here to help you plan out your weekend with the whole family. So we got Earth Day Earth Day's tomorrow.
Yeah. Can you believe it's already here? I wish the weather was looking a little bit better, but we're going to make the most of it like we always do here in Wisconsin. There are a lot of area events happening in honor of the big day. This year's Earth Day theme is Invest in Our Planet, Protect Our Future. The Henry Vilas Zoo will be celebrating Earth Day with a Party for the Planet on Saturday from 10 until 2. The event is free and open to the public. Volunteers from the Dane County Regional Arborist Group will be on hand to help kids climb up into some of the mature oak trees on the grounds and see the zoo from a whole new perspective. Also happening on Earth Day, Forest Products Lab will be hosting an Earth Day open house celebration from 10 until 2. Organizers say the event is geared toward families and individuals who want to learn more about wood or what they do at the lab. There will be a lot of activities to learn more about sustainable future through wood and the products from the forest. I'm told Smokey the Bear and Woodsy Owl will also be on hand for some bear hugs and hoots of fun. Hoots. Everyone's doing it now. Celebrate Earth Day with your neighbors and friends by volunteering to clean up your local park. You can join this community-wide volunteer effort to make a difference across Madison. Earth Day challenge projects are held throughout the city at various parks. Volunteers may assist with trash pickup, raking, weeding, and removing sticks. You can learn more about when and where to help tomorrow by going to the City of Madison's website. For more on these features in the 608, you can click on our section of channel3000.com. You can also check out the community calendar in partnership with our friends over at Madison Magazine. I always think Earth Day is a great day to obviously celebrate, but to get out and give back, to be able to clean up your local park, clean up your yard, anything that we can do to preserve our environment, guys, because we're so lucky to live here.
We are. We certainly are. And, you know, I like how they're making it not just Earth Day, but they're expanding it out into Earth Week. So, Josh Breider, we appreciate it.
More than just a day, right?
It is.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out to him for a chance to be featured.
All right, let's get to Kelly Slifka now to give us the bottom line. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, we've got the storm that moved through yesterday, brought in the storms that rolled through during the afternoon, and now on the backside of it, we got a lot of wind. We can expect winds up today, 15 to 25 miles per hour, and fairly breezy throughout the weekend. Eventually, some colder air is going to work in. We're talking about only 40s. Here we are in the later part of April this weekend, and also some rain and snow showers expected tomorrow. I know it's not great for the weekend. Should clear up by Sunday. We're in the 50s next week, so warming up. It's still below our average. We should be in the low to mid 60s, so we're waiting for that warm air, trying to get over that hump yet, but we're not quite there yet. All right, the storm system right now, the cold front is well onto the east, but the upper level low is just spinning over northern Minnesota, producing some snow showers up there. Eventually, some of that colder air is going to wrap down into southern Wisconsin by tomorrow. Now, in advance of it, we'll have a southwest wind up there at 15 to 25 throughout the day, so it's going to be a windy afternoon, definitely blowing things around. 40s this morning, rising into the lower 50s later this morning toward the noon hour, topping out in the mid-50s. And I think we'll see quite a bit of sunshine through the first part of today, but some clouds will start to increase later in the afternoon. 41 in Madison, 39 in the Dells, Wautoma 36, 37 in Juneau, Janesville 39, Lone Rock 39 as well, around Dane County 35 in Wanakee to Sun Prairie, Verona and Oregon both at 36 degrees this morning. So sunshine this morning giving way to some clouds popping up during the afternoon hours. Mid-50s this afternoon, that colder air lurking up toward north. That'll be moving in tonight through tomorrow, starting out in the low 30s. Can't rule out some scattered snow showers, some rain showers mixing in during the afternoon as we warm into the lower half of the 40s, but quite cool for this time of April. And unfortunately, it looks like this is the 6 to 10 day outlook, taking us out toward the end of April, looking at below average temperatures continuing. First warm forecast, a windy day today with some sunshine primarily into the early afternoon. Scattered rain and snow showers starting off the weekend tomorrow, mid-40s. Still in the mid-40s on Sunday, breezy yet. Small chances of rain Monday night into Tuesday, and again next weekend. Temperatures in the 50s, warming closer to 60 by Sunday of next weekend.
Saturday's the big day for Wisconsin football. It's launch day. Luke Fickell will debut his new-look Badgers during an open practice at Camp Randall. But don't let the practice part fool you. There will be an 11-on-11 scrimmage session where Coach Fickell hopes his guys don't think when they're on the field, but they just react and make plays.
I think more than anything is just see guys play and perform. You know, see if we can kind of get that mentality to let it fly and not worry about mistakes, and see who kind of has that opportunity that sometimes their levels change and things go up, and then you see guys that, you know, are young and maybe, you know, a little bit hesitant in some of those situations. So I think more than anything, it's about, hey, who kind of lets it fly, who doesn't, you know, play a little bit more passive and think too much.
What a game 2 it was for the Deer. The Bucks got back to playing Bucks basketball, and they did it without the best player on the planet, Giannis, on the court. But they picked up the slack. 7 players scored in double figures to even the series. And let's just say Milwaukee made sure to play with a different type of mentality than they did back in Game 1.
We definitely had something to prove. We lost Game 1. You know, I think we're competitive guys. We wanted to make sure we came out and we showed that chip on our shoulder mentality that we have. You know, we got a lot of good guys, but we'll rip your heart out if we have to. And so I think for us, getting back to that mentality and making sure that we play with that chip on our shoulder, that's when we're at our best.
Wisconsin's schedule for next season is coming together game by game. The first, a non-conference showdown with Tennessee at the Kohl Center on November 10th. It will be the 6th meeting between the two programs. The Badgers lead the all-time series 3-2. Remember, though, the Vols are coming off a season where they reached the Sweet 16. The reigning national champs have added a boost to their roster for next season. After 5 seasons with Minnesota State, Anna Wilgren is heading home to Wisconsin. The Hudson native tallied 42 points in 91 games with the Mavericks and was a 3-time team captain. She also skated with the Madison Capitals U19 team before she headed to Mankato. Sun Prairie West hosting Verona in a Big 8 battle of unbeatens. No score in the first half. Lindsay Trapino breaks free and sends one into the back of the net to make it 1-0 Wildcats. They'd add another in the second half to stay perfect. Verona wins 2-0 the final. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Hey, the Memorial Union Terrace is offering up something new, and it's for a good cause.
Also ahead, state lawmakers spark back up the marijuana debate. What's different this time around?
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Could you keep it down? Oh, hey, sorry. I can't stop these kids from rocking, but I can help you replace all this. Rock on! With free installation on Felco windows, siding, doors, and roofing, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home. This offer won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
Wow. Would you look at that?
It's beautiful.
He even remembered the napkins.
Wow. That's our boy.
So proud.
There's a deal for every sunrise at McDonald's. Try one of our tasty bagel sandwiches like the steak, egg, and cheese bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese bagel, or bacon, egg, and cheese bagel.
What did you find when you lost the weight?
I found my smile.
I found I could eat, really eat. Jenny just makes it simple. Simple.
Learn how to get a free week of food with purchase. Jenny Craig, lose the weight. Find yourself.
And now please welcome Anna Montoya.
Hello there, fellow students.
Good news. This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes, and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Choose FlexBuy on Explorer or Edge and get 0.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $500 FlexBuy cash.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Welcome back. There's going to be a new mini Wisconsin Union Terrace chair available for purchase.
One to add to your collection?
Yes, to add to my collection, and it's all for a good cause.
UW Madison says that it's made of about 860.
Take it away.
Look at these. Aren't they adorable? Mm-hmm. They're like the 4-inch tall replicas that, you know, they've made of the other colors. These are special, though. A portion of the proceeds are going to go right to the University Health Services Suicide and Prevention Fund. You know, the purple and the teal, they're chosen because that's the same colors on the Suicide Prevention Awareness ribbon. They'll go on sale at the Badger Market at Memorial Union starting on May 1st.
They're about $10. I told you guys I collect them.
That's it?
Yeah, they're not too bad. $10 or $15. I've got 4 and a table. I hide them behind Zach's desk, so when he has Zoom meetings, people can see them, and I don't think he likes it very much, but...
Oh, why not?
Because he's
nothing says Madison other than those chairs.
That's what I thought. Gives you a little flavor, Zach. Engineering degree.
You know, and you're going to spark a connection with somebody. Somebody's going to see that behind Zach.
Let's go Badgers.
Be like, yeah.
You guys are speaking my language. That's why I did it. Zach, heard it here first.
All right. Not that great weather for sitting out on the terrace this weekend.
No, not this weekend for sure. Maybe today. It's just going to be windy with temperatures rising in the mid-50s. That cooler air moves in tonight and tomorrow. And temperatures today, though, in the mid-50s.
All right. Thanks a lot, Kelly. Keep it here, folks. Another half hour coming right at you.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Make a difference in the world.
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Learn about mentorship opportunities at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
Spas! The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the Arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the Arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
Very loud. It sounds like a bull running through a china shop. I don't know what else to say.
People don't realize how nice a door can run until they get it serviced. It's whisper quiet. Your neighbors will thank you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Get $1,500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT5 and XT6. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Barnes, it's a great company.
I hear people talk a lot about how they enjoy working here.
We are Dane County's largest full-service lawn, landscape, tree, and snow removal company and 100% employee-owned.
We're often asked what it means to be an employee owner. It means we share our profits with the people who work at Barnes.
The better we do as employees, the happier our customer is, and the more likely they are to be with us long-term.
Join the Barnes team. Apply at barnesincareers.com.
Now's the time for cleaner indoor air. Now's the time for a professional air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer. You've known us for cleaning carpet and hard floors, but we've been developing and perfecting our air duct cleaning process and equipment for over 20 years. We do things the right way, cleaning your entire system. So if it's been a while or you've never had your air ducts professionally cleaned, now's the time to call 1-800-STEAMER. Call or go online to book a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
Make a difference in the world.
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Learn about mentorship opportunities at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
This morning, pot progress. The longtime debate over legalizing medical marijuana is being renewed at the state capitol. The lawmaker who's trying to get out in front of the conversation.
Plus, election results certified. The new amendments to the state constitution that are now in place.
And behind our cold front from yesterday, we do have some winds that'll be picking up there, 15 to 25 throughout the day.
Good Friday morning, everybody. You made it. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka with your first warn forecast. How do we feel about today? It's Friday, but it's also like a meh, kind of gloomy.
You know, I was thinking if it's going to be like in the 80s this weekend, I mean, I would be pumped.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, glass half full. It is Friday.
Okay.
We're almost done with our shift.
I'm still happy. I just maybe not pumped.
Okay,
But-
that's fair.
I mean, it won't be miserable. It's not like we're going to be dodging showers all weekend or anything like that.
No, it's just
snowflakes.
Just snowflakes. I guess maybe the snowflakes might be better than rain, wouldn't it be?
Yeah,
that's true.
Anyway, we are looking at some wind today, and that's a sign of some colder air that will eventually move in. Not so much today, but we will look at these winds sustained out of the west and southwest at 15 to 25 throughout the afternoon. Temperatures right now in the upper 30s and low 40s, so it's really still not too cool yet. But it's going to be windy. We are expecting some sun, especially this morning into the early afternoon hours. This weekend, though, very chilly for this time of April, only in the mid-40s. As mentioned, we do have some rain and snow showers coming our way. It's not going to be a whole lot of precipitation, but nonetheless, have to dodge that throughout tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures do return to the 50s, but we typically should be in the low to mid-60s. We're still waiting for that warm air to come here to stay, but not so much over the weekend. We'll be in the mid-50s today with some sun this morning, but that colder air lurking up to our north. Eventually, that'll move our way for the weekend. 41 right now with the southwest wind at 10. That will continue to pick up. We're in the 40s this morning, rising into low 50s by the noon hour. More of the weekend forecast into next week coming up.
Meteorologist Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. A reminder, when you hear sirens this afternoon, the statewide tornado drill has been rescheduled for today. It was planned for yesterday, but thunderstorms and that tornado watch moved it to today. There will be 2 drills, one at 1:45 and one at 6:45. Now, in light of that drill, we put together some advice to help you monitor real severe weather. A reminder, if you have a basement, that is always the safest place to go when there's a tornado warning. But if you don't have one, the lowest and sturdiest room in the building, usually the bathroom, is your next best bet. Avoid windows, and if you're in a mobile home, have a plan in place for a secure shelter that you can evacuate to quickly. Tornadoes can strike any time of the day and really any time of the year, so wherever you live, it's always a good idea to have a plan in place. And with more storms in the forecast and severe weather season upon us, it's a great time to download our First Warn weather app. It'll keep you updated on any watches or warnings in your area. You just got to search for WISC weather in your app store.
The results of this month's election have been certified by the Wisconsin Elections Commission, making them official. 2 amendments to the state constitution regarding bail were ratified and can now be used by Wisconsin judges. One allows them to consider past convictions for violent crimes when setting bail in violent crime cases. The other expands the definition of public safety when judges set release conditions for defendants.
There's a renewed push this morning to legalize medical marijuana here in Wisconsin, with Republicans leading the charge. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos told the Associated Press Republican lawmakers are working to build support for a bipartisan medical cannabis program. The plan could be enacted into law as early as this year. Democrats are pushing for full legalization, though that's not on the table for the GOP. Meanwhile, some residents are also pushing for full legalization for recreational marijuana. A Marquette poll says around 69% of Wisconsinites support legalization for purposes of tax revenue, along with its medical properties.
As a nurse and as an attorney, I've thought about this a lot, and I think that marijuana should absolutely not be legalized.
And it's a lost revenue source. I mean, it's the same as drinking. So, yeah, definitely support it.
Across the border, Illinois, of course, has legalized marijuana. In every single month that state had data for, somewhere between 25 and 35% of their products were sold to out-of-state residents. $36 million of Illinois tax revenues last year were from Wisconsin residents.
As marijuana is becoming legalized in some form or another in more states, experts are recommending users that pot does have some downsides with it as well. It's gaining acceptance as a way to socialize, relax, and get better sleep, but it can also impair brain function, makes it harder to concentrate, remember things, and learn. In adults, marijuana use can cause poor work performance and dangerous driving.
It's 6:34 on your Friday. Police in Janesville need your help IDing 2 people accused of 2 attempted break-ins that are likely related. Take a look at your screen. This is a photo of the suspect. The first case happened Monday morning about a block from the Kiwanis Community Park in Janesville. Police say a woman pulled up in a black SUV and knocked on the front door of the home. When the owner didn't answer, she left, and then a few minutes later, 2 people in black surgical masks pulled up and tried to break in. The homeowner confronted them, they ran off. But then on Tuesday, another similar attempted burglary was reported in Pleasant Prairie. A lot of the same details. Police, again, do say the 2 are related.
6:35 right on the nose this morning. Looking ahead, and in a story you can read right now at channel3000.com. Aladdin, Beetlejuice, and My Fair Lady are 3 of the 7 Broadway musicals coming to Madison's Overture Center for the 23-24 season. The theater unveiled its full upcoming slate of performances. In addition to Broadway musicals, there are also more than 30 national and international shows available. To see the full list, just head to our website.
The curtain is closing on the theater at Hilldale after a surprise reopening during the Wisconsin Film Festival. AMC technically closed the theater last year, but it hosted films during the festival's lineup last week. Our photojournalist Chris Habecker has a look at its last showing.
So I'm actually from Madison, and I grew up actually going to this when it was Sundance, the Hilldale Theater, when it was Sundance 608, and I saw some of my first repertory and art house titles. Didn't even really realize what a director was.
For years, Madison has been just a mecca for, seeing just all kinds of films. We were thrilled when this theater opened. It was Robert Redford's flagship for, the Sundance experience, and it was going to be a theater that showcased, foreign and independent films, and it was for many, many years. Then, of course, AMC bought it and, changed a bit, but it was still, a place to come.
Like every time any theater closes, I mean, this is a beautiful complex, and it just saddens me greatly. The last day of festivals is always a little bit of heartbreak because you've been living it for multiple days or weeks. And now with this, it's doubly sad today because of this theater, but it's been a real blessing and privilege for me to be here.
One more time, baby, you and I turn the lights down low. Chris Habecker reporting for us there. Hilldale says it'll donate theater equipment to the film festival.
Well, how about this video? A 60-year-old man mixing his climbing abilities with protest. Alan Robert, nicknamed the French Spider-Man, maybe you've heard of him. Free climbing a nearly 50-story tall building to protest French pension reforms.
Could you ever imagine thinking this is like a safe way to protest?
Well, no, not me personally.
Free soloing it here.
But, man, like ice water running through your veins to do something like that.
What kind of finger strength do you need to grip a window like that? Or like toe strength? Could you imagine?
It's superhuman Spider-Man strength, right?
Yeah, French Spider-Man strength.
Yeah, that's they always get arrested whenever they come back down, though. There's always like a swarm of police officers waiting for them. The person knows they're going to get arrested, too, because you're not supposed to do this. But, again, they're trying to raise awareness for something they're passionate about.
Makes for a good video, that's for sure. 6:38, take a live look outside now. The good news, the weekend is almost here. The bad news ain't going to be pretty. Kelly is timing out the cold in store for your weekend plans.
And struggling to stay open, one of the nation's biggest retailers is making drastic money moves, and it's leaving former employees holding the short end of the stick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Josh Breiter. It's almost the weekend in the 608, and I'm working for you to help you plan out the next few days with local events for the whole family. We'll be right back.
Get 11% off everything at Menards and start your project today. Expand your outdoor living space with our great in-stock selection of concrete landscape blocks. Save today on 16 by 16 patio blocks. Get 2 for $6 after rebate. Add style to your home's exterior with Novik accent siding panels. Replicate the look of stacked stone masonry at a fraction of the cost. Save 11% on all Novik siding panels now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
When it's time to remodel your home, lean on the experts at Brothers Maine for all things appliances. As Madison and Janesville's local appliance authority since 1938, our experienced staff will make your project easy from concept to completion. Better than big box, Brothers Maine has a larger selection, lower prices, and professional advice to bring your vision to life. On time and on budget. From sales to install, we do it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Good news! This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Choose FlexBuy on Escape and get 0% APR financing for 66 months only at your local Ford dealer.
Wallersheim Winery and Distillery, the home of Wisconsin's favorite wine and the Wallersheim Old Fashioned. Located in Prairie du Sac and available throughout Wisconsin.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Yee, classic beef and cheddar hard. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Next live before our news hounds, Louie and Oliver have the top animal stories of the week.
And we go center stage for Sun Prairie East High School's production of The Addams Family, which is performed this weekend.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather. Trust the experience of Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti and the First Warn Weather team to help you plan your day and alert you whenever and wherever you need it. First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. Thousands of people laid off from Bed Bath & Beyond say they haven't received their severance pay. The company on bankruptcy watch this morning. It's been closing hundreds of stores since late last year. The company also told employees it would not be matching contributions to their 401k retirement plans that they had been paying into for all of 2022. Bed Bath & Beyond saying in a statement its recent business moves will improve the company's financial position and help them serve customers well into the future.
642. Kelly Slifka with your First Warn forecast. Kelly.
Yeah, we had a line of storms that rolled through yesterday. Really a lot of severe weather reports. These are a lot of hail reports. These are blue dots that you see all the way down toward Texas, up through St. Louis area, then into southern Wisconsin. We kind of missed out on most of it. Most of it fell just south of the border, south of Rock County. We had some hail reports. Chicago area got a lot of hail and also wind reports. Milwaukee saw a few as well. Some storms fired up in the afternoon. Now behind the front, we've got some winds. It's going to be fairly breezy right through the weekend, and eventually it's going to usher in some colder temperatures, only in the 40s for both Saturday and Sunday. And yes, we can't even rule out a few snow showers mixed in with some of the rain come Saturday. 50s return next week, but that is still below our average. By that point, we should be in the low to mid 60s, so we're going to be still remaining below average. Wind speeds this morning around 10 miles per hour, but as we get into the late morning hours into the afternoon, 15 to 25 mile per hour winds. So it's going to be a windy day and still fairly breezy throughout the weekend. It's all due to this storm that is just not moving. It's sitting over northern Minnesota. The front is well on to the east, but as the storm just sits and spins across the Great Lakes, it's going to usher in some of that cool Canadian air, and eventually some of these snow showers may be reaching southern Wisconsin come tomorrow. So it's going to be a rather cool weekend. 39 right now in the Dells, Madison 41, 39 in Middleton, Wanakee 36. Over in Cottage Grove 36, Stoughton at 37. Same goes for Rockdale. So temperatures this morning will be in the 40s. We'll gradually rise in the low 50s by the noon hour. Some clouds start to move in later this afternoon as we top out in the mid 50s. But you notice this cooler air lurking up to the north. That's what's going to rotate in come Saturday afternoon, so quite a bit cooler. And as we go into tomorrow, we'll start out in the low 30s, maybe a few snow showers moving through. Not going to be a big deal, but that just kind of shows you how cold this air mass is in place. Temperatures in the lower 40s tomorrow with rain and snow showers continuing right into the early evening hours. And it doesn't look like it's going to change too much going throughout the weekend. We've got that cold air just sinking out of Canada, the jet stream way down the south. And that'll be mainly where the storm track will be, but it will remain fairly cool even into early parts of next week before starting to moderate come next weekend. First warn forecast 56 today with the winds the west-southwest at 15 to 25. Some scattered rain and snow showers kicking off the weekend tomorrow. Still chilly but dry Sunday. Gradually starting to warm up next week, but it's going to be a slow process. Not a big storm in our forecast the next 10 days, just some light rain, it looks like Monday night and Tuesday. Another chance by next weekend.
All right, Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. 6:45, it's another busy weekend in the 608 with lots of events happening across southern Wisconsin.
Josh Breiter is helping you plan out your weekend. Some stuff for the whole family this weekend, Josh.
Yeah, unfortunately, weather's not looking that great, but still plenty of stuff going on. And with the weather being a little so-so, it might have you in the football mood. Happening Saturday, Badger fans are getting ready for their first glimpse of the new-look Wisconsin football team with an open practice event at Camp Randall Stadium. They're calling it The Launch, with UW in its first season under new head coach Luke Fickell. Gates 2 and 3 of Camp Randall Stadium will be opening at 11 tomorrow morning for admittance to the Badger Kids Combine. Then fans wishing to watch practice can enter the stadium starting at 12:30 in the afternoon through gates 1, 2, or 3. It is free to the public, but you must register to get your ticket ahead of time online. I've posted links to channel3000.com. Ahead of watching the Badgers on the field tomorrow, you can also check out the Varsity Band Spring Concert tonight and tomorrow night at the Kohl Center. That's at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are on sale right now for $25 a piece and $15 for UW students. They'll be honoring Badger Band traditions like the ever-popular Fifth Quarter and On Wisconsin. And finally, the 2023 Bird and Nature Festival is back, happening at Warner Park on Sunday. This is a free, family-friendly event celebrating Madison as a bird city, and also Arbor Day and Earth Day. You can see live birds by Open Door Bird Sanctuary and visit nature displays throughout the day. Organizers say to plan for about 30 to 45 minutes for your visit anytime between noon and 4 p.m. There will also be a tree planting around 1:30 in the afternoon. For more on our futures in the 608, you can click on this section of channel3000.com. You can also check out the community calendar in partnership with our friends over at Madison Magazine. A pretty quiet weekend on the Spreiter household, guys. What's shaping up for you guys?
I want to go to that game. What about you?
I got a lot of soccer. A youth soccer season is starting up.
Stanford
so I got
says
2 kids in this year.
Almost every day you have to shuttle somebody, right?
5 days of the week they've got something soccer related.
Soccer dad.
Yeah, that's me.
I am glad. I'm glad Zeke can't even walk yet. Like I'll hold on to these moments while I can.
No, yeah. The new look practice on Saturday, Badger Band playing on Friday night. It's been a long time since I've seen the Badger Band play.
Me too. So. That's always a good concert.
If I didn't have soccer.
Gosh darn soccer. And 4 kids. Josh Breiter, thank you very much.
You bet.
Remember, Josh is always looking for inspirational stories to share, so find him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
6:47, coming up in the morning sprint, a local hospital is losing a group of surgeons. Where those former employees are now headed.
If you've got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture. We love to share their birthday with them.
Yes, we do.
We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Ashley is hosting a massive inventory blowout sale. Get guaranteed lowest prices on furniture and mattresses and save even more on clearance items. Plus, low monthly payments with no money down and free delivery in 3 days or less. Only at Ashley.
How can you make a difference in the world when there is so much need?
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Think about someone in your life who helped you get where you are today. A mentor assures young people that someone cares and makes them feel like they matter. Learn about mentorship opportunities in the 608 at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
Life's better under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Ashley is hosting a massive furniture and mattress blowout. Get guaranteed best offers on top mattress brands like Sealy, Beautyrest, Tempur-Pedic, and Purple. Plus free delivery in 3 days or less. Only at Wisconsin's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
Welcome back at 6:50. Time for the morning sprint.
SSM Health is normally I say that.
Hey, that's
mixed
true.
it up on us
That's true.
today. SSM Health suing over nearly a dozen doctors who left the hospital to start their own practice. 11 surgeons are now working for a competing private practice after leaving the hospital system. Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin is now open in Madison as of yesterday. The owners declined to comment on the lawsuit. SSM Health released a statement, though, saying that reassuring patients that the hospital will continue to provide orthopedic services across the state.
With a 3/4 majority vote, the county board will move forward with a new jail proposal that costs an extra $13.5 million. The current jail has been criticized for being outdated with inhumane conditions. To help move the $179 million project along, Sheriff Calvin Barrett recently pledged to work on reducing racial disparities in jail and supporting alternatives to incarceration.
There's a renewed push at the state capitol for legalizing medical marijuana. Republicans are leading the charge this time. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says Republican lawmakers are working in private to build support for a bipartisan medical cannabis program that could be enacted into law later this year. Democrats are still pushing for full legalization, but the legislation being talked about by the GOP would start with medical marijuana.
Severe weather season is upon us, so we have some advice to help keep you safe. The best place to be when a tornado warning is in place: your basement. The lowest, sturdiest room in the house, maybe it's the bathroom. If you're in a mobile home, have a solid structure to which you can evacuate. And of course, always have a plan, as a tornado can strike anytime, anywhere, any season.
The number of people killed now up to 3 after tornadoes ripped through Oklahoma this week. Video here shows the wall cloud moving across the state, and then it's starting to churn. Here comes that funnel cloud. A swarm of 18 tornadoes were reported in Iowa, Oklahoma, and Kansas.
New information about a man in Fond du Lac County who authorities say was arrested after admitting to setting wildfires for 2 decades. An investigation counts at least 16 fires believed to be started by the man, dating back to 2002. Police say he used the fires to relieve stress. Arson charges have been referred in the case.
Madison College and UW Health teaming up with the Department of Workforce Development to create a registered nurse apprenticeship program. Madison College will provide all classroom instruction. All tuition, books, supplies, and full-time salaries and benefits for the apprentices will be supported by UW Health.
Don't look up. A number of loons have been falling out of the sky in Wisconsin. Yeah, you heard that right. An education group in Anago has taken on several birds as the changing weather makes it hard for them to get around. Here's why. Experts say ice is forming under the birds' wings at high altitudes, causing them to fall. If you find a fallen loon, call your local wildlife expert for help.
Hundreds of trees being planted through northeast Wisconsin thanks to the Packers and some Brown County workers. The First Down for Trees program donated 400 trees to 16 different communities surrounding Lambeau. First Down for Trees has been happening since 2010 and serves as a way for the Packers to reduce their carbon footprint from all their away game travels.
Involuntary manslaughter charges against Alec Baldwin related to the shooting on the Rust film set will be dismissed. That's according to his attorney. Helena Hutchins, the film cinematographer, was killed by a live round of ammunition fired from a prop gun Baldwin was holding. Baldwin had pleaded not guilty. A status hearing for the case is set for this afternoon.
Authorities have announced a 5th arrest in the weekend mass shooting in Alabama that left 4 dead and 32 injured. A 19-year-old and 16-year-old were arrested yesterday, in addition to the 3 suspects who were already in custody. The suspects all accused of being the gunman who opened fire at a Sweet 16 birthday party on Saturday night.
Falling short of expectations, SpaceX's Starship, the most powerful rocket ever built, exploded just minutes into its maiden test flight. The rocket was unpiloted at the time. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk said the company learned a lot for its next test launch that's scheduled a few months from now.
As many as 70% of children who are blind or visually impaired don't participate in sports or gym classes. Vision Forward in Milwaukee, though, deciding to give those kids an opportunity to play beeper ball. The ball beeps, and then they follow the sound of the bases to score. Students from Milwaukee School of Engineering run the games and have done so for the past 8 years.
5 minutes away from a straight up 7 o'clock. First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka on this Friday. Here we are looking at temperatures in the 30s and low 40s. There is some cooler air lurking up to the north. That's going to be rotating on in, it looks like, later tonight going into tomorrow. We are expecting some sun today. Temperatures warming through the 40s and the low 50s by the noon hour, topping out in the mid 50s. Later this afternoon, we will start to see some clouds move on in. And here's some of that cooler air that's lurking just to our north that will dive down to the south and reach us going into the weekend. So planning today, it's just going to be windy. Some of these southwest winds at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Temperatures in the mid 50s. We typically this time of the year should be in the low 60s. So we're falling short of our average this time of the year and really looking rather cool as we head into the weekend with that colder air working in. Temperatures only in the mid 40s tomorrow. Can't rule out some scattered rain and snow showers. Still cool on Sunday, should be dry. Looks like next week we do get back in the 50s, but by this point we should be in the low to mid 60s, so we're going to fall short of that. No big storm headed our way, just a chance of some light rain Monday night into Tuesday, another chance next weekend. So if you're looking for some warmer weather, just going to have to wait. Eventually it'll get here, I promise.
Keep looking, right, yeah.
All right, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll be back in a half an hour with another news and weather update.